I want to give some additional tips about cross-reference. Note that if I go to Insert tab and cross-reference, under reference type we have table. You could scroll down to find it, to reference to the table. Allow me to insert a table. Alright, insert, cross-reference. I picked a reference type table, but as you see, there is no table on this list. Because if you note that, here's written for which caption. So it is work based on the caption. To insert the caption, select the table, right-click, and choose Insert Caption. Give it a name, label, of course it is table, not a figure or equation. Where do you want to set the position? Above selected item or below? And let's say OK. Now, if I click on cross-reference and choose the preference type table, as you see, we have the table 1. I choose Insert and close it. And of course, by holding down Control or Command click, it will get unhighlighted. Doesn't matter the place. As an example here, and there it is. Another thing you cannot work easily with that is about separate number width. The separate numbers width only work on some conditions. First, you have to choose between numbered item and bookmark. Also, on Insert Reference 2, it is working on paragraph number, also known as full context. If I enable that, now we have separate numbers width. Still, if you enable and add any separator character, you might don't see anything. Allow me to create some example here. Equal rand 5 and 1. Alright. Now I assign the numbering here, home and numbering. And let's say I want to give a reference here. Insert, cross-reference. Also, you could go to the references and we could access to cross-reference here too. Doesn't matter, it's the same. I choose from the list here numbered item. Again, let's try full context and enable separate numbers with maybe, for example, hashtag or number sign. Insert, nothing happened. This is not working with that. You have some sub-leveling to separate between each element. So I remove this. And now I will add some leveling here. Allow me to make it faster, something like that. Home, indent, and maybe even here more indentation. Okay, now we have sub-leveling. In this case, going back to Insert, cross-reference, numbered item, make sure set on paragraph number full context. And you could enable that, doesn't matter. Separate number width. I choose hashtag to be obvious. And now I select something like that this time. Insert. You see what's happening? 1 dot hashtag a dot hashtag I. If I disable this, it won't add this character here. And finally, especially on large document, when you inserting the cross-reference, something like that, allow me to add a cross-reference. Let's say again numbered item, doesn't matter. I just want to choose the above below, insert. As you remember, I told you you could update this by right-clicking and update the field. For example, here it is blue. Correct, but if I move it down, I have to right click and update. I undo that. The shortcut for updating is F9. If I press F9 from my keyboard, it will update. But if you have a lot of cross-reference and you cannot find them easily, you could simply do two types. select the whole content by pressing Ctrl or Command A and then press F9, or only select this type. How can you do? Allow me to add more. And maybe one more here, just as an example. Okay. In this case, allow me to again move it up to realize the updating. Not here. Maybe here. Okay. I have page break, I guess, there. Okay. Click one of your cross references. Go to Home tab. If you remember, we had select here. Click. Select all text with similar formatting. All your cross references will click, and then press F9 or right click on one of them. Update field. Now it is updating every cross reference on your document. And finally, note that you cannot cross reference using into the different document. In this condition, you have to choose a link for referencing and get the link to another separated document.